Hi, beautiful Leo. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. Leo, this is your monthly read, your monthly forecast for October. We're going to see what's going on for you for the month of October. It's a general read, so it could be anything and everything. So take whatever resonates. We're going to start with an overall energy here and then just go deeper and deeper into that energy to really see what message wants to come through for you for the month of October. I also want to say that I do offer personal readings, at least for now. Go check it out in the description box and see if there's anything there that fits you. It's quite like several options that you can choose from. Leo, what is going on for Leo for the month of October? I actually got summer here today. It's a little bit weird in Sweden. It's been like winter, almost like getting your gloves and beanie and whatever out. And then today again, it's almost like summer. So it's a little bit too warm in here. It's weird. It's just weird. Okay, Leo, do you want to tell something? Something wants to get a little bit organized, structured perhaps, before it comes out. Or it can be that something has felt a little bit like long time coming situation. Leo, for the month of October. I'm getting movement now at least. Movement in the energy in the deck. Dove, take a leap of faith. I love this because it's so much about peace. I want to use the word tranquility, calm. Like creating, I've seen like a lot about like a new earth lately, creating a new earth, the reveal of a new earth, the ascending of a new earth, the ascending into a new earth. And I just feel like that's, like we have the earth there, you're holding the earth and it's like so much about the rainbow colors. The dove sits on top of that just represents peace. And it says, take a leap of faith. So there's something like to move forward. Perhaps you need a little bit of a kick in the butt. We're going to see what the message is saying here. Because there's something about like we can really, you can go into this new place. You can travel with this new earth. But in order to do so, you might need to take a leap of faith. You might need to have like a little nudge or a little just a trust that wherever you're going, to like just take that first step or take that, you know what I mean, to like to sort of catch up with that or to create whatever new thing this is for you, to sort of be involved in this new earth energy. You're completely traveling with the energy, like you're completely with it. But this new place, like to just, from where you find yourself now to this new place that you want to be in, you might need a little nudge to not stick around in the old energy, if that makes sense. Okay, we're going to clarify this and go deeper. So what else do we have here for Leo, please, for the month of October? A lot of butterflies, which speaks about transformation. It can also be like the caterpillar moving into the butterfly. Like that is the transformation, like to come out of your old cocoon. Like you've been cocooning for a while now, and it's time to break free and become the butterfly. We have Three of Gabriel, which is getting ready for a journey. 3 is celebration. 3 is creativity. What else for Leo, please? Like your bags are packed, like you're ready to go, but it's like, is there something you're waiting on? You're waiting to finish something up, or You're waiting for like the signal or the cue, like this is when it's time. Then we have divine guidance. Like divine guidance is with you on this journey. You're probably being called into this new place. You're being guided, like to not be scared that you're on your own in this journey, or that like if you put yourself out there, or if you sort of follow the nudge, follow the calling, like are you gonna just be alone on this journey? No, you're not. You're gonna be divinely guided every step of the way. And then we have the Chariot here. So this is like success. This is whatever you're setting out to do now, Leo. And I feel like this is a new thing. It's like you're wrapping up the old and this is a new thing. So that there's success in, I don't feel like there's success in what you're doing right now. I'm not saying it's not success in what you're doing right now. I just feel like it's a wrapping up in what you're doing. And we're moving forward, looking into the future thing. And this is almost like a validation or confirmation that whatever you're headed towards, it's going to be a success. It's a Chariot card, right? So let's just go a little bit deeper into these cards. So the Three of Gabriel here, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So I just feel like this is, you want this shift. You've been planning for this shift, this voyage, if you will. Bon voyage. And like going on that boat, I don't want to say it's going to shift everything for you. And obviously it doesn't necessarily have to mean a boat. It can be like it can be like such an inner journey. It can be an outer journey. It can be an actual journey that you're going on, but it doesn't have to be by boat. It can be by plane or car or bike. I don't know. But you're just really ready for it. And it's not something you just have planned like on a whim, like not just one afternoon, like, oh, I might go do this. That's going to change the entire thing about my life. This is, you know what this is about. This is the next step in your life. So I don't necessarily feel like this is completely like connected to work or completely connected to relationships or completely connected to some sort of passion or hobby or whatever that you have. This is like life. This is next step in your life. And like I said, you are being divinely guided. This card is saying the search for meaning in life. The search for meaning in life. Like you're searching for deeper purpose, for a bigger meaning. Are you making like what I say, like a stamp on, like is there some sort of legacy? I'm not saying every single person has to live this life leaving a legacy behind, or that you just have to do so many meaningful things every single day for you to serve a purpose here. I'm not saying that, but I think that you are thinking in those terms, like very existential. Like, why am I here? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Like, what is the next level here? What is the next stage? And being on a little bit of a search for that. Like it's not crystal clear just yet, but know that like as you go on this quest or go on this journey, the divine guidance is right there with you. The divine is just sort of really holding your hand. And the Chariot again, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. Like it's becoming apparent. So this might even be a thing that you've held to yourself. Like for whatever reason, maybe not so much that others are going to trample all over your wish, but it's like for whatever reason, you've been holding certain things to yourself. And moving forward now, like it's going to be very successful where you're headed. And in you starting to move forward, I think others are just going to do almost like by doing, they're going to see what you're doing. It's not like they're going to hear by like word, or that is if people start to talk that you're doing certain things, that's why it's going to travel. Like that's why other people are going to find out what you're doing. But is not because you walked around saying what you were supposed to do. It's because you've started to live this way. You've started to go on this journey in some capacity that is going to, so much so that it's going to be obvious to others. And it's success. It's success in the movement forward. So you don't have to be afraid of anything if you're questioning this. And it's going to bring a lot of peace. It's next level. It's like you're leaving the petty stuff behind. Arguments, conflicts, lower vibrations. It's like you're leaving it all behind and like climbing upwards. Going deeper still. What else here for Leo, please? For the month of October. Okay, I just have to go back and say, I see this sacred geometry. I've been very drawn to this sacred geometry lately due to a person that I connected with in a personal reading that has just become deeper and deeper. And I see this sacred geometry on this wagon there. Like, to understand that we're all made up of this sacred geometry, that everything in the universe is sacred geometry, and like the whole body, the entire body is sacred geometry. And as you sort of unlock the sacred geometry within yourself, like you sort of get the key to who you are and what you're capable of and like what setup you have. And so that might be interesting to some. I know that's going to not resonate with everyone, but that might be interesting to some of you guys. Sacred geometry, to look deeper into that. Okay, going deeper still. And now this looks a little bit like sacred geometry as well. What do we have for Leo, please? I just feel like there's going to be maybe a little bit surprising to you that it's going to be quite a magical time. This is for the month of October. Like, things are starting to feel quite magical. And I think you will feel that is quite unexpected at where you stand or where you have been standing, or even where you stand as you listen to this reading. Like, I don't know if it's so magical, but like, you just wait and see. It's a surprising situation. Stand your ground. Stand your ground and the sacral chakra. So the stand your ground is very much, okay, supposed to read from the book. The stand your ground is very much like put your feet on the ground, like set your boundaries, stand in your power, get your strength back. This is also like playing with the elements. I just feel like this is playing with the elements. Okay, number 7 there as well. That we had here as well. So we have 7-7 is very strong. Angels are with you. You've completed something. It's time to sort of reap what you've sown. Sowed. Sown is this, right? It's time to collect what you have put down for some time. Okay. Reap the rewards, if you will. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Green border, no. This card comes at a time when you're being tested and challenged. There may be fierce competition and potential rivals surrounding you in your personal or business life. But know that you have the strength and inner courage to stand your ground. No matter how hard or formidable things may appear, don't surrender or give up the control you have. Be brave and stay true to your core life values and belief system. which are your best allies and will help you move forward. It's important to remain clear and focused, for you may have to stand alone and defend your convictions to the end. Maintain your health and stay strong so that you have an ample supply of energy to endure anything, as this could be a long and arduous, is that how you pronounce it? Yet ultimately hard-won victory. And I don't want to scare anyone with this. It feels like, oh my God, you have to fight till the end. Like is there someone coming after you? Is there like, it doesn't even need to be someone else, because this is almost like an inner fight or an inner conflict, if that makes sense. It might be that that has started to like show up on the outside, but the reason certain things shows up on the outside is because it's mirroring what's going on the inside anyway. But this, I feel, is a little bit more, because we have the peace card. We have like, you're preparing for this journey. You have divine guidance there. Like you're being called to move forward somewhere. And it's a success, like it's a chariot. We have success here. And so to stand your ground, it's like, it might be that you're battling your own ghosts. Like that's what I felt with this. Like you might need a little nudge, or you might need a little kick in the butt. Like it's okay to move forward. It's okay to let go of what was. Even if the thing that you're letting go of, if you were so emotionally involved with that or so invested in that situation, okay, I'm thinking about a reading that I listened to the other day. I just love her. I just adore her energy. I think, again, I'm always forgetting what her name is. I don't know why. I think it's Charmed Intuition. It's like, it's a pick a card situation. Like you feel which pile you're mostly drawn to. And every once in a while, I'm drawn to listening in. She does various readings, but I'm not always drawn to every single one of them, and I always don't have time. But this time around, and maybe this was also for the purpose of being able to say this now, is that it was a situation with a lot of apples. I remember that. It was a lot of apples, and it was this one apple that was a little bit rotten. Like, it was a little bit like it had made its point. She didn't say that. I'm saying that. Like, it was done. It started to really sort of affect other things that was around it. As one apple gets rotten, things around it tends to rotten as well, even though it was like perfectly healthy from the beginning. And then like it was another like whole bucket of apples, like fresh new apples, like a full of bucket. But the focus was on this one apple. And she was like, why are you spending time here with this one apple when you can have like so many other apples in this bucket? Like it's an overload, it's an abundance of these other apples. And this is what it feels like here a little bit. Like, I'm using this as a metaphor that, okay, you might have put like all your eggs in one basket. Like there's one basket and you've been focusing on this one thing and with very strong intensity. Like I feel like you're probably really, really invested in this thing, whether it was really happy for you, whether it was really sad for you, whether it was really, really, really challenging for you. You've invested a lot of emotions, and it's like it doesn't sort of really matter for us to move on from a place. We sort of tend to cling to it if there's been a lot of investment emotionally. Does that make sense? The more we've invested emotionally, and again, it doesn't matter if it's happy thoughts, happy emotions, or sad emotions. If there's a grand investment there, it's a little bit trickier to let go because we feel really connected to it, whether it's good or bad for us. And there's something here, like you need a little nudge. So this stand your ground, it's almost like it's saying that to yourself, like, you want to go on this new journey. You want to like turn the chapter or even turn a book, like get onto a whole new book. And sometimes it's a little bit tricky to stand that ground and to set those boundaries and to like, yes, I'm stepping onto that new journey, because the old book is really still speaking out loud because there was so much investment there. So I don't necessarily, it can sort of seep into that. Then it has become that other people are making it a little bit more troublesome for you to move forward. But that is just sort of a consequence or such a mirror effect to what's been going on within you, if that makes sense. And we have the sacral chakra here, which is very much about your life force, your sexual drive, and it doesn't talk about sex necessarily. It's talking about the sexual energy, the life force, the movement and the passion in moving forward, taking on and waking up that part of yourself that is like passionate about the next step, about the next level. Okay? Some finishing words here from your angels. Some finishing words, just something to close down the reading, please, for Leo for the month of October. It's like, don't budge to your own thoughts. Like, don't, like, yeah. Oh, wow. So we have let go. How fitting is that? Let go of the past. Let go of the thing you are wrapping up. The thing that you've been so invested in. Let go. You're headed towards greener pastures. You're headed towards peace. This is for the month of October. And then we have the recovery card. And this is so interesting because this is sort of saying that you can be on several stages on this recovery. And you have to feel this for yourself, Leo. This is very much like, okay, this has been a trip. This has been a journey for sure. There's like rising from the ashes, this is the dark night of the soul type of stuff. And recovering from it and coming back from it, only you know how I don't think that you're in the early stages of it or like early beginning of it, because this usually comes out when we've been in recovery for a while and you're probably coming more towards the end of it. And some of you guys might even be done with it. There's been recovery. You've been in recovery. You've been in healing state. And I'm not saying that there comes the time and then we're done. And then, there's probably in our entire lives, there's some sort of recovery, some sort of healing going on. But like the most part of whatever you've been through, you have already recovered. Again, to not put words in your mouth and to not put emotions in your body, you know where you're at on this recovery journey. So if you get a little bit annoyed when I say let go, you still have a little bit left to do. If I say let go and you're like, yeah, so done. Like, I'm so done with this. Like, you feel where you're at on that emotional journey, on that healing journey. But this is saying like you're regaining new strength, you're regaining new power, you're stepping into peace, you're ready for that new earth, you're ready for that new journey. Okay? That's what I have for you for the month of October. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Take care, guys.